Early one morning the sun was shining, I was laying in bed, wondering if you changed at all, if your hair was still red. The folks that said that our lives together sure was gonna be rough. They never did like Mama's homemade dress, Papa's banquet wasn't big enough. I was standing on the side of the road, rain falling on my shoes, heading up for the East Coast, and Lord knows I paid my dues, getting through, tangled up in blue. You were married when we first met, soon to be divorced. I helped you out of a jam, I guess, but I used a little too much force. So we drove that car as far as we could, abandoned it out west. Split up on a dark, sad night, both agreeing it was best. You turned around to look at me as I was walking away. I heard you say over my shoulder, we'll meet again someday on the avenue, tangled up in blue. I had a job and a pretty face, everything seemed to fit. But one day I could just feel the waste, so I put it all down and quit. Then I drifted on down to New Orleans, where they treated me like a boy. I nearly went mad in Baton Rouge, I nearly drowned in Delacroix. But all the while I was alone, the past was close behind. I had one too many lovers then, none of them were too refined, all except for you. But you were tangled up in blue. You were working in a topless place and I stopped in for a drink. I just kept looking at the side of your face, I didn't know what to think. Later on, when the crowd thinned out, I was just about to do the same. You were standing there, right beside my chair, said, "Hey, I don't know your name." I muttered something underneath my breath, you studied the lines on my face. I must admit I felt a little uneasy when you bent down to tie the laces of my shoes. But we were tangled up in blue. Well, you lit a burner on the stove, offered me a pipe. I thought you'd never say hello, you said you looked like a silent type. Then you opened up a book of poems, handed it to me, written by an Italian poet from the 13th century. Every one of them words rang true and glowed like burning coal, pouring off of every page like it was written in my soul from me to you. Well, we were tangled up in blue. Again, I've got to get to you somehow. All the people we used to know, they're an illusion to me now. Some are mathematicians, some are carpenters' wives. I don't know how that all got started, I don't know what they're doing with their lives. But me, I'm still heading towards the sun, trying to stay out of the joint. We always did love the very same one, we saw her from a different point of view. But we were tangled up in blue.